We're here in Encanto to draw the public's attention to this important investment in this community. As you see, city staff are installing new sidewalks, new curb ramps, new retaining walls, and just down the way, a significant utility job that, when complete, will not only be new underground utilities, but a freshly paved Woodman Road. The reason we're here today is to elevate and highlight what we're doing at the city. This is the convergence of our prioritization, our policies, and people. What do I mean by that? In our city budget that was adopted over the summer, we committed to making the largest investment in city history in infrastructure. And the results are what you see today. These dollars are now flowing into neighborhoods like Encanto. That's the priority, prioritizing infrastructure in our city's spending for the year. Second one is policy. The City Council and I have been working together on a number of policy changes to not only prioritize infrastructure with funding, but to get it moving faster. San Diegans have waited too long for this kind of investment in their community. Neighborhoods like Encanto particularly have waited for decades to see city crews come through here and do work, and now they're seeing a whole lot of it. Streets division here, utilities over there, everyone converging on this neighborhood that has been long overlooked, and that's true across the city. This is the result of policies like our Build Better SD, our Parks Master Plan, our equity programming. All of it is really helping to funnel infrastructure dollars into neighborhoods that desperately need it. And the last part is people. Was shared with me that this project here that we're highlighting today is the result of a community suggestion. Folks that contacted the city directly saying, we have to do better in this neighborhood. We have children that are trying to get to the school bus here on Woodman. Some of those children have disabilities, mobility issues, and they can't get to the bus stop without proper sidewalks and curb ramps. This is also people, because this project is being done entirely by city forces. City staff, the men and women that you see behind me working hard, these folks are trained professionals. They know how to get the job done, and they do it first class. So by being able to prioritize people, both the concerns of the community and city workers, we're able to get project done in about a year's time. That contact to City Hall was just last year. And so what we're seeing today is the fruits of priorities in terms of budgeting and putting infrastructure towards the front of the line, policies that are starting to pay off by prioritization of projects like this one, and putting people first, the people of this community, as well as the city workers who get the job done. I just want to express my appreciation to everyone involved, both that resident that made the call to the workers who are out here in the hot sun getting the job done. This is how we make a better San Diego for all of us. I'm pleased to be the mayor of this great city as we're making this historic investment in infrastructure to improve the quality of life in neighborhoods just like Encanto. Someone else who's a partner in that effort is our City Council President Pro Tem Monica Montgomery Steppe. I'd ask her to come forward and say a few words. Monica?
Thank you so much, Mr. Mayor, for your commitment to District 4 in many ways, but especially infrastructure. I know this has been a priority of yours in all of your different capacities in government, so I just want to thank you for prioritizing District 4. Director Riveros, thank you so much for joining the city with your expertise and for being here to lead these projects. I'm Monica Montgomery Steppe, Council President Pro Tem, but more importantly, the representative of this community, this district, the Encanto neighborhood, where I'm very proud of my community being raised here. It's just an honor for me to represent District 4. And so I also want to say thank you to all of our employees who are here. Without you, this work could not be done, and they deserve a hand clap. And also just the fact that we were talking about the craftsmanship and we were talking about the quality of this work has been done by city forces. So we thank you for what you do and for making the sacrifice to serve the public. District 4 has been very lacking in infrastructure and in investment, and I can say this has been a big frustration of mine from the previous administration, just because of the way that projects were prioritized. These types of investment do cost the city more money because our neighborhoods are older. But this mayor has said that he's going to prioritize our older neighborhoods. And so it's a big deal. It's a big deal that we're here. It's a big deal that city forces have done this work. It's a big deal that this came from a customer or a constituent suggestion. All of these things are what is going to make the city move forward. I am dedicated to having equity be a principle in our budgeting. And what that means is the communities that have suffered so much from a lack of investment over decades are now seeing that investment recouped. So I just want to say there's so much more work to be done. Don't get us wrong, but we are committed to that. And I think what you see here today shows that commitment. So as time goes on, we'll just keep knocking them down one by one. And I just want to thank the mayor for this commitment. And I will turn it back over to the mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Monica. Jorge, do you want to share anything on maybe specifics for the media here so they can describe it correctly? We stole Jorge from another city because we're looking for high quality talent to help manage this city. So I'm grateful to have Jorge here. Been here a year? About a year. Can you share a little bit about the work that's being performed?
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Thank you, Council President Pro Tem Montgomery Steppe. I'm just really thrilled that we get to see this work. A new San Diego. You see all the investment that this administration is doing right now. Again, as the mayor pointed out, we've got utility work, we've got sidewalk work. So there's a lot of improvement going on in San Diego. I'm really proud to be part of this team coming here. You know, the great experience that I've had in other cities is I think is going to really help San Diego flourish. And I really thank this administration and the people here and you know, this staff and the people that are behind me doing the actual work. So thank you very much. You know, I can't say it more eloquently than these two have already said. You know, a lot of investment in the work we're doing, new sidewalks, some retaining walls. So we've got about 600 linear feet of new sidewalk coming in, new curb ramping, a lot of investment. So a little bit of roadway work as well that we're going to finish off here. We've been doing this work for about a year now. That includes our design work and as well as our construction work. And so, again, all in-house, all city forces, a year to develop and construction. And so I know that's the commitment that the mayor and this administration are looking at, to deliver high quality projects efficiently, cost effectively, and quickly. And again, I couldn't be more proud of this team for having done that work. Like I said, a lot of investment here, but this is just the beginning. So anybody who has any questions about the technical merits of this, may ask.
The cameras who might have missed at the top of Pagle Place when it
Yeah.
described it with the retaining wall.
Absolutely. Yeah, so again, about 200 linear feet of retaining wall up at the top of Pagle Place. That was part of we have an interesting city right-of-way right there, so we've got Pagle Place, and then we had a little piece of right-of-way in the middle there, broken up asphalt, dirt. We've done some investment there to put some concrete padding. We're going to tie that in with some asphalt, so we have a nice grade down through that merge point up at Pagle Place. A nice new retaining wall in the area as well, so it can combat some of the forces you have here between the soil and the street. So we've done a lot of work over there. Again, this was all done in-house, city forces. We're also looking at the potential for urban forestry and urban canopy in this area. So we're going to have our team, our urban forestry team within transportation, come out, take a look and see what we can do with trees and that urban canopy investment here as well. So very excited.
We got about a minute or so. Any quick questions?
Let me just conclude real quickly then. Jorge, thank you for those comments, guys. Thank you for being here to help us to put some a story behind the policies that you're seeing. You've seen me come to events and talk about the proposals to the city council, the budget that's adopted, but it's kind of meaningless unless you're able to tie it back to what is specifically happening in our neighborhoods. This is an example of what we want to get done. I would just say to the people of Encanto, we ask for your patience. I recognize this is a lot of work in this neighborhood all at once, but you asked for it. And now here it is. But my commitment is, after a number of months of construction, you'll do what I believe is our responsibility, not just at City Hall, but in life, which is to leave things better than you found it. Encanto has long been overlooked. Today, because of the policies, the priorities, and the people that we've put in place here, we're going to leave this neighborhood far better than we found it, and we're just getting started. Efforts like this will happen all across the city because we know our infrastructure has been too long neglected, but because of great advocacy in Sacramento and at the federal government, particularly through the bipartisan infrastructure bill, I'm confident we can bring more resources to bear and get more projects done. And as Jorge was mentioning, a year from the call to construction, and then in a few months' time completion, it's that kind of speed I want to see more of. San Diegans have been frustrated by the slow pace of improvements. We need to match their frustration with the kind of speed that delivers results quickly. This is emblematic of that. And just in closing, it could not be done without our city workers who are here. These are folks that get up every single day with that mission, again, of just trying to leave this city better than we found it. My deep gratitude to every one of you who are here. Let's do more of this all across the city. San Diegans have been waiting. It's time to deliver. Working with the City Council, I believe we can get that done. Thank you all for being here today, and happy to take questions one-on-one if you have the time.